Hey there everyone, Hitesh here and welcome to the Saturday Live. Every single Saturday around 9ish o'clock I try to go live if I can, and most of the time I get a success. And I hope YouTube notification will give some of the justice and will try to send a notification. So you can just write in the comment section hello or hi, or you can hear me or not. So back again with another Saturday Live. What do we do in live? Nothing much. I just try to answer your question, share some updates and stuff like that. So we'll be taking care of all of that. So hello, sir, and nice username, no one. It's a bit funny. And Sanjeev says, hi, sir, how are you? I'm good, Sanjeev. How are you as well? And let me go ahead and in the meantime, this laptop is going to make a lot of noise now. So let me try to put it a little bit far away from my mic so at least you don't see all of that. Let me go into the control room and try to enable slow mode and stuff, regular stuff. So how is it going on for you and how is life treating you? Hope it is good. Pavan says hi to you as well. Love from Nepal. Is Laravel dying or growing? Stabling. It's not dying, neither growing too much. It's kind of a decent stage where it is. And I can see 33 people are watching. Yeah, that's a decent number. And let's go ahead and enable the slow mode if I can find it. This is a new one, I realize. This is the slow mode and save that. Okay, slow mode is enabled now. And let me pop out my chat so that I can move it to my another screen. Not another screen actually, just the desktop. So that I don't miss any chat or any stuff. So slow mode is on, I can see that. There are some of the fun stuff here as well. Let me try to find that. It is from Amay Jain. If I can find that. Yeah, this is the one. So he's all happy with the off time from the college. I cannot blame you on that. This is actually a good fun stuff that the college is not on, and you can spend a lot of time in the internship and trying to learn a whole lot of stuff. So that is good. And Jay says hello Jay. And now let's take up some of the questions as well. So Payal says hi, first of all thank you for LCO JavaScript course. I took it and within 15 days I got 4 job offers concurrently. Thank you so much. A big shout out and a big thanks to your effort that you are able to crack this much. So a big shout out and thank you so much for mentioning this. Okay, so let's pick up more of the questions. And yes, I was not present in the last week Saturday Live. I was busy at my farm. In case you follow me up on Instagram, you already got the notification of that I was busy at my farm, chilling out with dad, playing some cricket and stuff. So nothing much was going on and all of that. So yeah. New pink wallpaper. Where can we get it? It's looking in the camera pink. It's actually pink. I'll try to upload all of this, all these wallpapers and stuff as soon as I get time. As you guys know, it took a lot of time to release my VS Code theme as well. So these wallpapers will take a little time. Once I get free, I will surely do that. Okay, feeling sad. Colleges are opening. Waiting for Corona 3.0. No, there is no such 3.0 or third wave now. Things need to open up now. So for how long we're going to be doing that? Sambrit says iced tea. No, just water for today, not iced tea. So yeah. And it's not WAS water, it's a regular water. I bought these WAS water just to try out and give it a try that how does it actually taste to have these expensive water. Nothing much. I could have made a video on that, but thought, yeah, let's not do that. Okay, please suggest platform to search job. Nowadays, platforms are not performing that well, whether it's LinkedIn, Naukri.com, or any other platform. You need to figure out a list of 50 to 60 companies which work in the same area where you like it, edtech, fintech, or whatever the design or anything that you are focused on, React, Angular, whatever, and you need to just apply manually and or find a connection or somebody who is already working. So that's the best way right now going on, because the way how LinkedIn was designed to make more job opportunities and all of that, it's not. Some of you might, again, I said some of you might agree that LinkedIn is now present world's Facebook. I'm pretty sure some of you might not agree, but yeah, this is the case. LinkedIn is now moreover like a modern Facebook and stuff like that. Okay, Roth says, why don't you create another channel where you can post your vlogs also? This is the channel where the vlogs will come, where the coding tutorial will come, where the thoughts will come. This is the channel. This is not a channel with such named as Technical Hitesh or Code with Hitesh. No, this is just Hitesh. And Hitesh does a lot of other things just than the coding. So all of the things are going to come up here, and that's pretty much it. So like it or not, this is going to be the case. Okay, so super chat, signed 3-year bond, okay, with company at 4 LPA. Thoughts? Um, Bonds are really not good, and you should avoid signing them if you can, because these like are a legal agreement that you will be bound to work there based on how much percentage you have signed for the increment, and you will be there for that. A lot of companies are now changing this bond thing with the joining bonus, and they give you joining bonus in parts, and if you leave after a certain time you have to return that bonus. So it's kind of a bond these days. So yeah. Yes, Hitesh, agreed. LinkedIn is nowadays like Instagram and Facebook. No, 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 no. Take it back. It is not like Instagram. Instagram is far more better still. I know Reels are spoiling it kind of a way, but it's Instagram is like a different platform. But surely, I do agree totally that LinkedIn is now present world's Facebook, and it's nothing bad in that. It's pretty good. Okay, overview, future views on Django. Uh, Django is great. The only problem is the way how its server is designed. Like the way it serves creates a unicorn and yeah, stuff. That I'm not a big fan of that part, but I'm a big fan of how admin panels are done, how models are being designed, and how they automatically fetch into that. The CRUD is right out of the box. So in that case, Django is amazing, and it's gonna be staying here. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's pretty fabulous. Compared to Flask or any other framework which is there in Python, Django is far more superior. And if you are a Python guy who loves to write code in Python or find comforts, that is going to be there. Kunal says Reels are spoiling it. I have a different perspective on the Reels. Reels are evolving actually. The short format of these content is actually evolving a lot. It was pretty bad at the time of TikTok, but it got evolved a little bit with the Instagram Reels, and it is evolving a lot in the short. If you have noticed, I'm also posting a couple of Reels. Of course, they are not lip syncing or dancing videos. I'm trying to summarize some of the libraries or some introduction to the libraries, which is ideal for the short form content, and trying to post that. So you're going to notice that the Reels are actually evolving a lot, and I want to see. At one point of time, YouTube was also like pretty bad, and it evolved a lot. Now the content is very polished and everything. Still, a lot of people post shit content, and they will continue to do so. So I think I want to see a future of the Reels where the Reels are evolved, much more polished and professionally recorded. So that is going to be great form of content. And in case you remember, just a side context, if you remember, there was a guy in Indian entertainment industry, which came with the concept of Reel, but he was so early from his time that nobody actually acknowledged him these days. If you remember the name Jaspal Bhatti, there was a show. If in case you remember, let me know in the comment section. The show was a flop show. This was an entirely kind of a Reel content. Of course, not shot in the vertical format, but if you remember that. This was the thing which was way ahead of its time, and this flop show and entirety of the thing, the smaller format of the content was like so good. Okay, Aditya says, no, I'm not anywhere near that. I do know a few languages, and one of my work is to prepare more languages for the courses and for YouTube content. That's why I get a little bit easier in that. So that's what it is. Okay, Shobit Live, big fan of Hitesh. Thank you. What is the context here? I'm not able to grab that. But anyways, 1 year costing of AWS for basic website. I think, why are you paying anything if it is just a basic website? If there is no database or anything, I use Warcell or Netlify and just host it up there, and this is not going to cost you anything. But in case there is a backend involved and database involved, I think you can just spin off a DigitalOcean or a Heroku machine and can pay like $10 or something for a month. So on a year, like $120, and that's pretty much it. That's it. If you want to utilize more of the stuff of the AWS, then it is not a basic website, I guess. Yeah, the show was called as Full Tension. Yeah, that was the exact name. And that was so good of a show, satirical, politics, comedy, and everything, and nobody blamed them and put an FIR. But that was the show which was way ahead of its time. I think if the legend, the great legend Jaspal Bhatti was present at this time, he would have nailed it and killed it, the entire platform, just with that format of content. He was way ahead of his time. Anyways, another super chat. It says, I'm an economics third year and has an offer from Bain as analyst, but I want to go for software development job. What should be the best for me? Bain versus MCA versus SDE. If your role, or if you want to go more into a software development side, then I think you can utilize your existing skill and knowledge of economics and analyst more into the BI. So try to learn, like, surely you can go more into the pathway of JavaScript, and I can recommend you a few of my courses as well. But the point is that you should be more going into the analytics side of it, mastering a bit of SQL, Power BI, and these kinds of tools, which will help you to upgrade your existing knowledge of economics and understanding the numbers. So it doesn't really mean that everybody should go for just the code. There are a lot of other fields, and I think your skill can be much more valuable there. There is a member here as well. Okay, so SVSKH. I guess I forgot to actually turn off the membership up here. I'm going to just turn off, because there is nothing much more extra that I have to offer in the membership. There is no exclusive perks up there. All the exclusive perks or everything goes into pro.learncode.online. And there I just offer entirety of my courses at a small price, just 10 rupees a day on yearly plan. So in case you have no idea about that, go for pro.learncodeonline.in and stuff like that. Okay, I bought Lco Pro last week for 1 year, waiting for Spring Boot Golang course. Abhinav, thank you so much. I would highly appreciate that. I appreciate already that you have gone for the Lco Pro. It's not just getting into the Lco Pro, it also helps me to put more content on YouTube. This is like my Patreon that you are helping out. And I always say that always go for the courses that are already present. I have nothing to be promised for future, and I don't do that. I don't like that. Future is not guaranteed. That's why I don't make any promise, because let's just say I say the day after tomorrow I'll post up a new course, and probably I'm not present there. Maybe life is that's it. So I don't make any promise for future up there. Your views on Golang. Very, very solid views. Like, this language cannot be now considered as an honorable mention in the top 5 programming videos. This is way, way cool, and I did a misunderstanding of this language when I was making the earlier series. But my views were good at that time also, but they have now drastically changed, and I have too much respect for this language, about its performance, the way this language lexer is designed, the grammar of this language. This is like really, and it would not be wrong to say that if C would have been designed in 2020-ish, 2018 or something like that, this would be it. This is the modern C programming language. Golang is this much powerful, this much great, clarity of the syntax. Like everything is so good about this language. I can just blab about it for an hour, but I won't be doing that. So yeah. Hey Tesh, which service you use for LCO's content delivery? Couple of them actually. We have a little bit of Vercel, we have a little bit of Netlify, and we have a whole lot of AWS serving directly as well. So every subdomain is hosted somewhere else, and we have a multitude of services going in around. The web.learn code online, there is a courses.learn code online, there is a pro.learn code online, there is a resume.learn code, build resume.learn code online. And a lot of you don't know, but there is an invoice.learn code online as well, where you can freely build invoice. I have never made it public. It's public, a lot of people use it, but I have never mentioned it. React Native versus Flutter. I'm a bit lenient towards the React Native, and especially we are building up a product which is supposed to be launched by the end of next month, hopefully. We faced a lot of issues with Flutter, and especially with the Flutter 2.0, it's like really a lot of the things. So yeah. Interesting. Jay says context API versus Redux, which is most used in the industry. This is a two-part question. I would go for part one as context API. Context API is much more simpler, and for most of the project, you can just get away with context API. Which one is mostly used in industries? Redux. Yeah, sadly, but that is the case. That is how the things are there. There's a nice super chat by Ashish Kumar Seni. It says, thanks for the MERN course last year. I got the job because of that course, even in COVID time. Hey, thank you so much. Working with one of the big organizations now. Thanks again. Hey, big shout out and a big thanks to you for the super chat. And I'm really happy that you got something really good out of it. And again, we don't promise any jobs or anything. We just promise pure knowledge, and we try our best to deliver that. So yeah, big shout out to Ashish. It's a great journey, and drop me a message on Instagram. Maybe you're working in some organization I'm about to visit. I would love to get in touch with you for an iced tea. So that is awesome. Okay, next one is Nitin. That's the logo, nice. Is it MaxFit logo or something? That's a nice logo. Anyways, hello sir. With the popularity of Flutter and React Native, what do you think the future of the old apps dev with Java or Swift? Okay, Java or Swift. Still we need these, absolutely. 100% you are going to need apps with core Java or Kotlin or Swift or all of that. Just because a new thing is down doesn't mean old are going away. No, that's not the case. They are still going to serve a purpose, and they are still going to be a tiny bit more superior than these React Native apps. I know I'm biased towards React Native, but still the performance of the native apps are just like the best. Surely it is more time consuming, and sometimes there is a business decision that you have to make, that whether you want to have that kind of native app or not. But still, so don't worry if you are a developer having the core skill of Java or something. It's fantastic. You don't need to worry. But as I say, IT is an evolving world, and you need to just keep up with the pace. So don't worry, old apps are not going anywhere, but it makes sense that you keep an eye, or at least spend some weekend in learning React Native or something. Can we expect Cypress tutorial? Cypress tutorial, not soon, because I cannot just walk in and make Cypress tutorial. It requires a big chunky exercise file, because there need to be an API segment and a website which needs to be up and running first before I start making tutorial on the Cypress. And then I can perform all these testing on those platforms. So I need to launch up a platform first which has these APIs, or at least a local host where I can have all these APIs and stuff, and then I can make Cypress tutorial. And I haven't started any of that, so that's for it. Okay, Java 8 or Java 16, which to prefer? The open source one, which is Java 8. Java has taken a lot of turn now, and yeah. There's an interesting question. Why are you replying only in super chats? I'm replying to normal question as well. But who am I? I'm just a mere human. Even gods have a separate line for the people who pay more. That's called as VIP line. I'm just nobody. I'm just trying to give a preference to all those people who are paying money. Even God does that at temple, so I'm nobody. So don't take it otherwise. I'm just saying that people who are paying something and are trying to ask a question, it is my duty to respond them and to say a big thanks. These guys are supporting the channel. You are also supporting it, but yeah. Tech Rack, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, this is a question which is coming up a lot. This is not a question, a comment. How to onboard seller using Razorpay or PayU like Stripe, Express? No, you don't onboard anybody as a seller. This is the job of Razorpay or PayU to onboard anybody as a seller. You just onboard them as a user in case you want to have, and no, you don't onboard them. This is the job of a Razorpay. They are going to do it. Which LCO courses I should take to get job faster? Interesting. You can take just JavaScript and React, and probably within few months, like 4 or 5 months, you can be a decent React.js developer. But make sure a foundation of JavaScript are solid as well. So yeah, you can do that. I think that's faster. But it's a little bit longer journey. So make sure you understand that. Nice question. Did you find RxJS observable tough initially? Yes, of course, very, very tough. When I was making the course in the Angular, I had to make a detailed section, and that is, by the way, a detailed section in the course. It was initially tough to come up with examples and having an analogy which can help you to understand it. It was tough to even understand for me. Like after a week or something, I finally got through it, and then I started recording tutorial for that. So yeah. Should I do MCA with regular college or distance regular college? Distance, these IGNOs and stuff, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of these kinds. Already the education is not that up to the mark, and then you add the distance factor, then it goes terribly wrong. Rajesh, you are just pinching me on my wound. When and what will be your next world tour? I wish I could answer that. I really wish. I want to go to travel again. There are a lot of countries. By the way, all of my visas are expired. All of the long-term visas that I was having, they are all gone. I need to start from fresh, visa application and stuff. Everything is just gone now. I need to start from scratch. Okay, Mukesh Pulwani is here. Mukesh, who is Mukesh Pulwani? Sorry, sorry if he's a YouTuber. I'm not much aware of it. I'm truly sorry. Just ping me, friend, and I'll do that. Okay, sir, can you give views how to grow coding channel? That is, just stay with it eventually and post daily videos, like, or not daily, but at least weekly 2 or 3 videos, and keep on doing it for next 3 to 4 years, and it will grow. Or make playlist like the roadmaps of, or how to get into Fang. These kinds of videos get a lot of attention, so probably your channel will grow via that. What can I say? I don't even make those kinds of videos about roadmaps. I should make the roadmaps. Top 5 also makes a lot of things like top 5 VS Code extension. These are attention grabbers, and they give you a lot of attention. Okay, Mr. Santa, hey. For backend performance, Golang versus C++. Surely C++ is still a lot great as a programming language, but I think especially with the inclusion of the Go routines and how these are being handled, sometimes Go actually outperform in that case, because the parallel processing is just built in, right, cooked up. So that's something extraordinary in the React that no other language. C++ have that, but that was added in the recent version. Go was designed keeping in that mind. How you manage time in projects and web series? Little less sleep sometime. That is one of the thing. I'm not watching anything these days. Web series, like, I'm not watching anything at all these days. I've been busy. Like, just right now, I have finished up code files for one of the upcoming projects. So just finished that like around 6 o'clock today. And then I need to start recording the videos and editing. So it's going to be a long run now. Do you trade in Fno stocks? No, I don't do Fno. I don't do day trading. I'm a long-term investor. I prefer to buy shares of good companies and keep holding them for like 4 years, 5 years, sometimes even longer than that. So that's what I do. And for a new beginner guy, stuff is easy in case you want to know about that. Just go with the big giants and the companies that you can trust. This is not a financial advice, but things like SBI, Wipro, Infosys, you get 1,000 shares of each and hold them. They're going to give profit. Anyways, what is service worker? Its use, is it good in React? Service worker are mostly for PWAs, and they allow your app to be able to access everything while offline. So I'll make a video on that. I think I should make a video on that. That would explain it much into depth. Just saying that it's a PWA related stuff, it's not going to make sense. I should make a video and some examples on that. That will make much more sense. I'll do that. Sure. Spring, is learning Spring worth in 2021? Yes, absolutely. Just because I don't have a course on it doesn't mean it's not worth it. It's absolutely worth it. Find out other resources on the internet. I guess there are a couple of resources. I can mention that. I forgot the name. I need to check my WhatsApp actually. So there is a guy, Java Brains. Yeah, Java Brains, I guess, is the channel name. He has some fantastic playlist on Spring and something, and you should learn from any resource that you get. I think he works in LinkedIn, has a great way of explaining the stuff, because I like his videos because he's a good explainer. Being a good programmer and a good teacher are two different separate things, and these qualities are not exactly same, and not everybody has these qualities. So finding a teacher who is good in coding as well as good in teaching as well is like a rare skill, and I think Java Brains has got that one, so you should try that. I got to know you bought Zomato. Nah, didn't try that. Nah, not my favorite company to buy stocks. My favorite company to order food. No, not that. Subhash says AWS versus DigitalOcean. If you're making a revenue of, let's just say, a good revenue, then moving on to AWS for scaling purpose makes sense. But in the initial phase, I think a simple Heroku machine or DigitalOcean machine keeps the pricing in check, and you know what you are about to get billed for. So I think in the initial days, DigitalOcean makes sense, at least for me and all the people who I consult for. And then once you're done with that, then you should do that. Please bring Jeff from Fireship on live stream. I would definitely ping him today. That's a nice idea, actually. He makes great videos. In case you haven't seen that, Fireship.io is a fantastic resource and fantastic content. Go ahead and check out his channel also after this live. But yeah, great work there. Having my own live portfolio with my React plus Mern project will add value or not? 100% it will add value. I also want to add some blog with about my learning. Please guide. Surely you can definitely add blogs on Medium, Hashnode, Dev, anywhere you like. And 100% having your own portfolio gives you like remarkably good advantage compared to others, because it's all up there. Anybody can just make a point or make an opinion about you, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, there is a lot of stuff going in. There is another super chat. I'm a working Java dev. Great. I want to learn another JVM language. I'm thinking of Kotlin. Will it be better in the long run, or should I learn other backend language? I think you should not learn any other JVM language because you're already pretty good in Java. And having your hands into something totally different as a paradigm will give you a lot of advantage as well as a lot of open perspective as a programmer. I remember my time when I was totally into Python in the initial days, and I didn't want to touch anything at all. And eventually I realized that having a different set of language, which is totally different from what I'm doing, like mostly analyzing the logs and the network traffic in Python, to moving into the world of JavaScript actually opened my mind a lot. And then moving into Swift for iOS development, it was pretty good. So I would recommend you the same, that instead of going Kotlin, it is also a good idea, but I think you will have much more exploration as a programmer in general if you explore a different paradigm of language. Maybe if you're looking for just the backend, maybe try Golang, or maybe try C++ as a backend, or maybe JavaScript might be good. So try out a different perspective, all of that. Saket says, how about paying monthly for Lco Pro? But it would be expensive. Like, monthly plan is always expensive. So the best affordable plan is for 12 months. I'll definitely think about it, but no promises on that. But if I'll open up the monthly payment plans, it would be definitely expensive. It wouldn't be, I wouldn't be able to say that it is 10 rupees a day because it's only in the annual plan. But I can think about it. There's always a possibility as you give me more feedback. This stuff is all like running with you and me as kind of a business deal that we are having up here. You're spending your time because you're gaining something. I'm spending my time because I'm having fun. So it's a win-win situation for all of us. Okay, so there's not something. Hi Tej, just wanted to say thank you, and if you ever in Paris, I would love to take an iced tea with you. Sure, I spent a good amount of time in the Champs-Élysées street on the Paris, and it was really all fun. I would love to visit it back, have a nice coffee, again, somewhere on the street of Paris. I would love that, and whenever I'm there next time, I'll definitely ping you up, and I'll post that on my Instagram in advance, definitely. So. Okay, do you have a recommendation for Go language with good programmer mentality? Hopefully, I will be able to answer that very, very soon. That's all I can say as of now, but surely I'll try something. I'll come up with that. There we go. Java Brain Kaushik, sir. Yeah, Kaushik. So I sometimes forget his name. I have a bad habit of forgetting the names. So yeah, he's pretty good teacher and pretty nice gentleman. Very, very nice. Okay. Another super chat. Okay, good evening, sir. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. Hope you are doing good as well. Free Google says, which keyboard and mouse are you using? I need to check that out, which keyboard model it is. This is from Logitech. And where can I see the model number, because I bought it and I'm not pretty good. Remember, I'm not technical guruji to remember all these model names and numbers and their specs. This is the one that I'm having. I think somebody can post down in the comment section. So this is the keyboard that I use. You can take a thumbnail of that and probably this will be also be used. So this is the Logitech keyboard, a little heavier in weight, tiny bit expensive too, but it's really nice. I enjoy that. I'm having another keyboard probably somewhere here. Yeah, not here. Another keyboard, which is Apple keyboard, which is nice. And for the mouse also, I'm using this Logitech MX Master 3. I'm pretty sure there is something new model or something will be available for that. But this is the one that I'm having. Look at the bokeh. Having advantage of the good lens and something is awesome. Anyways, so these are the ones that I'm using. I'll definitely try to find out the name and the Amazon link of that. I'll update on my website and stuff. HHGGG Triple H Triple G says, what's your age? 18. I'm turning 19. I just turned 19 in the August. So yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm 18. Sir, I want to go for mobile dev and my knowledge is of intermediate Java, beginner JS. Should I go for Dart or Kotlin or React Native? Start with React Native and then you can try your hand a bit on Flutter. That's what I would personally recommend. Right now, as the hype you're seeing around the React, the same hype is there also on React Native, just because nobody's posting it on LinkedIn, or I'm not making YouTube videos, or other guys are not making YouTube videos. The hype is equally there. Once the consistency broke, how to get it back to the pace? For me, usually it is hit the gym, get a good sleep, and start again tomorrow. And that's how I get it. Okay, Manish says, how to apply LCO for job? Right now, there is no opening, but I think as our LCO Pro will grow, we will need more people for the support and in the TAs. So that's what it is. Okay, LCO Pro doesn't show enrollment. Please add a filter by category. I'll do that. Surely, I'll do that. I forgot to add that. I'll check that. Probably I forgot that. Because in the LCO Pro, we actually shared the all existing courses just right there. From now onwards, we'll be making new courses up there as well. So I need to fix that. I'll do that. Okay, let's move on to more questions and stuff. There was a nice... do podcast with beer biceps. I'm not sure. I'm the type of the guy who he actually needs. He needs people with more following, more pumped up and hype, and who are doing something great. I'm not. I'm just a regular teacher. So maybe he need me, but usually, because if you need following on YouTube, you need to target the audience who are in school. School is the biggest consumer of the entire YouTube, and that is the fact. I'm not making it up. I know it very well. Cannot name that how I got this fact, but the people who are in school are actually the highest consumer of YouTube, and anybody who is targeting that audience is going to be growing big on YouTube. So target like 11th and JEE mains or 9th or 10th or programming courses and questions that comes up in the 9th, 10th or 11th class, and you're going to grow big on YouTube. I'm not targeting that. My target audience is usually people who are in college, late college, third year, final year, or people who are working professionals trying to upgrade their knowledge. So yeah. Okay. Learning versus package. I prefer learning because once the package actually starts, it's really tough to go back. Money is like really not easy to say no. Okay. Bongo Cat, you are a great guy. I'm just a regular teacher. Just like you guys, I'm just as normal, as regular as you guys are. Nothing special about me, but I like the name Bongo because one of my school friend is like that. Herman says, can we download the courses in LCO Pro? Not yet, but I guess from next month onwards. Our app is still due, and I guess by the mid-September-ish, our app will come out, and then you'll be able to download the videos. Not right now. Right now, that's only streaming. But yeah, very soon. Just like it's almost going to be exactly same as how you do C courses at courses.learn code online. The Pro will be exactly same. Please recommend decent web camera for giving interviews. This Logitech C99 Pro, all-time best. Like nothing beats it. I can show you. I record a ton of videos and I do interviews and meeting with that. I can show you that. Yeah, this is the guy. I still use it. It's actually on a different kind of a stand. I need to adjust that. But yeah, that's it. Logitech C99 Pro is all-time beast. Did VS Code made their own dev, like their own channel? Yes, they have made their own channel. What is the best way to enhance our coding skills in long term? Weekend projects. Once you get into the job, stealing away those weekends and dedicating those weekends into the stuff that you really want to learn, maybe a new programming language, maybe a new framework, or just having fun with competitive programming. That is the only way of enhancing your skill. And again, this is the stuff that you need to do on a cyclic basis. Don't just get into just like only Django or only competitive programming or only React. Weekend as a developer is more about exploring, having a conversation with like-minded people. That's kind of a stuff. That's kind of a stuff. Give some offer on LCO Pro tomorrow. You need more offer than having 10 rupees a day. You need to... I'm not going to give that. I'm not going to do that. Let's end the conversation here. I don't expect ever coupons or sales or Diwali sale or something like that. We never do that. I'm never going to do that. I think whatever the best price I can offer, I should do that straightforward without having a hype of everything. Utpal, thank you so much. That's a nice DP. Cute. Thank you so much. Have you used Laravel for any project? Yes, we are using it actually in one of the project of a New Zealand-based guy who is having its app, and that app is having the backend totally in Laravel, and he recently got funded too. So we are managing the entire backend of that. So yes, Laravel can do a great job. It's just unnecessarily not hyped on YouTube. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's equally good. Okay. Why isn't Lco Pro an option within the Lco website? It is kind of, but we wanted to keep the segment absolutely separate so that our existing website, our existing database and everything doesn't get too much hurt. And we also are able to see the projection, the graphs, and how much the earning is going to be, how much we need to invest in marketing, how much we are doing, and all of that. So we wanted to keep it absolutely separate. That is why it's not part of the existing Lco website, or we are not using the same database. It's entirely different. So new account creations and new account altogether, that's how it is. Why English language are mandatory for interview? Really good question. I think somebody should make a snippet out of it and or post a reel about it. So the question is, why English language are mandatory for interview? English language is mandatory because a lot of people come from different state. India is a big and diverse state. Some people speak Punjabi, some speak Tamil, some speak Kannada, some speak Marwadi, some speak Assamese, and to have all these people on the same table and be able to understand their thought, English is right now the only language which does the job nicely. Surely you can argue that Hindi can do it, but a lot of people don't know Hindi, but they do know English, and thus, keeping the nationalism side for a moment, let's just see what is serving the job and what is able to find the solution. Thus, English is being used. Okay, so what's your opinion about Salesforce? I have zero opinion, zero experience, and zero friends about Salesforce until unless I get somebody as a friend who can discuss some things about Salesforce. I have zero idea. I have never installed it, never seen it. Like, no. Okay, Tala says, can you solve a Rubik Cube? No, I cannot. I have never tried it. I don't want to try it. How to get a job as entry level? Pretty easy. Just learn one language and make good portfolio with some of the stuff. Let's just say you are learning React. Then go ahead, get a basic foundation of JavaScript good, make 5 to 10 projects in React and just apply. Okay. Why don't you speak Hindi? You have just skipped a question which was in Hindi but answered it in English. Again, the same reason. I do speak Hindi, I do speak Marwadi, I do understand Gujarati. But if I'll speak Marwadi, will you be able to understand it properly? Probably not. That's exactly the same reason. A whole lot of people are watching this content and I want them to understand me, not just want to put any nationalism up here. I just want people to understand what I'm trying to say. Understanding the context is most important here. I hope you get that. Dope quality. Thank you. Thank you. And now we need to answer some of the super chats. They are coming up. Okay, I have no production level experience in React.js. That's fine. A lot of people don't have it. So how to switch stack from Java to React.js developer? They ask experience in React.js. The only way to get experience is to build projects. Like I do have a MERN course. In the React course itself, we have like 8 or 9 projects. Once you have that, just put them up on Netlify, Vercel, or if you can put up a CI/CD pipeline, that is also nice. But that's not compulsory. You can just put these projects up and you will be there. And if some company is saying that you have experience in Java and we are not going to count that as a developer experience, get out. You don't want to work at that company. I personally believe that a developer experience is developer experience. It doesn't matter and it's not oriented for the language itself. A person who has struggled to solve issues in Java, he knows what the struggle is and he will be able to do the same thing for Python as well, for JavaScript as well. So developer is an experience in whole. It should be valued. It is valued in most of the companies. If your company is not valuing that, get away as quickly as possible. Okay, so another super chat. Let's answer that. Hey Tesh, hope you are doing well. Yes, I am. And thank you so much for asking. Can you please make some series on React advanced concept which can help in interview? To your surprise, nobody asked too much of advanced concept in React. They might ask you some question in Redux. Additionally, that is bit of advanced, but there is nothing too much advanced in React itself. If you are going to notice, most of the interviews actually lies and roam around on the JavaScript foundation and foundational knowledge of what is the context and what is lexical scoping and all of that. Because if you understand the foundation of JavaScript, frameworks do change and the companies are aware of it and all of that. So yeah. Okay, so again, there's another super chat. So again, make sure you understand that very nicely. There is no such too much of advance, and don't rely for courses on all of that. Read the basics of documentation and that's it, and make your JavaScript foundation more strong for interview. Sir, please, your views on managing DSA with dev. Managing the data structure, comparative coding, as well as your developer portfolio is definitely a tricky job. What I recommend is 60-40 or 70-30 ratio, like 60% of your time should be on development and 30% of your time should be for the comparative programming and the data structure. It's almost like saying, is your right hand good or your left hand good? You need both. The interviews are being cracked via these data structure questions and stuff. And to be honest, you become a better developer if you understand a bit about the data structures, how to handle arrays and maps and all of that. But I think 60-40 or 70-30 is a good ratio. Majority side going into the development, into building stuff so that you understand the pain of solving the bugs. And then rest of the time you can give to the data structure. And again, don't just go in and mindlessly read blogs on the platforms or mindlessly just do the comparative programming question. Make a plan of action that I need to solve 20 questions of this topic and 10 questions of this topic and 5 questions of this topic, and that should be the plan of action. Mindlessly just running is never going to give you any great result. Surely it will give you eventually, but it's not going to give that much result. Have a plan of action. Management is the most important thing, which is least bothered by the student. Have a proper management. Still this date, I give so much emphasis on management of my time and what I'm about to do. I think you should also do that. Okay, another super chat. Let me find that first because it's not easy sometimes. Okay, we programmers have to sit in front of the screen continuously for many hours. Agree. So I want to know, how do you protect your eyes? I have this glasses, which is nice. These are not any online. I don't have any affiliate link or any of that. And sometimes you need to just go outside of your room and on the street, just look for any of the vendor which is local nearby. And I guess these are from Crizal or any company which are protecting UV rays. I know there are enough of documentaries which says that these special blue ray protecting glasses doesn't do much, but for me at least, they are working nice. And apart from that, I focus a lot on exercise, eating veggies, and I know I'm sounding like a grandpa here, but eating the seasonal vegetables and stuffed fruits and like that, it helps a lot. Still to this date, touch wood, I don't have any vision glasses or anything. These are just regular glasses. My vision is perfectly paired as of now. I don't expect it to be this way for future because the amount of time I spend on the screen. But I have always spent more in getting the quality screens. Apple screens are pretty nice. I don't use the low quality screens and stuff, and I always cared for that. Morian says, Mornium. Mornium? That's nice. It looks like aluminium or something. Sorry. But it's a very unique name. It's looked like a precious metal. I don't know. Anyways, thank you so much. And yes, the courses at Lco Pro are super affordable. For an annual plan, it is almost like 10 rupees a day, less than 10 rupees a day. So yeah. Okay, Rituraj says, will you do a video for Free Code Camp channel in future? It can target much more international audience. Maybe. If I'll get some time, I'll do a video for those guys as well. I have no idea what's the process. Like, is it needs to be exclusive? Because there are a couple of videos that are planned up. Is it like needs to be exclusive for that platform or something? I have no idea. I've never tried or thought about it. I've always thought that if it can be on YouTube, it can be on my channel too. Not that I mind. It can be on other channel too. Okay, please make a tutorial for MERN production setup completely. I can add that video in my AWS course. It should be easy. Lenskart. Yeah, you can buy it from Lenskart too. I didn't bought it from Lenskart. I just bought it from a local store. Okay. Please say something in Marwadi. Please, I'm from Rajasthan 31. You're also Chaudhary. I'm also Chaudhary. We all know that we speak Marwadi. I'll probably do that on Instagram or something. Not here. Sorry. Nice one, by the way. Really fun. Okay, a lot of words here. Let me try to address that. I work for a semiconductor giant as QA software engineer. I'm good in CPP and Python. Should I focus on learning new technologies, DL and blockchain, or new frameworks and languages? This is a very, very critical question. Like, you're already working in a semiconductor giant, so things that are going to help you are more about this semiconductor industry, which I'm not much aware. But it's equal. You want to learn about the DL and the blockchain or frameworks. I am a bit lenient towards, like, if you want to change the tech stack, a blockchain wouldn't be the first thing that I would love to learn or recommend anybody to learn. If you want to move into the industry of cloud or networking, I would say, yeah, that's a good opportunity, nice thing to explore. And compared to the blockchain, I would say if you have a thing to just choose like blockchain versus some framework, I'll go for framework. Like, it's a complicated question with a lot of context missing up, but I would say go explore cloud a bit. And if you don't like the cloud, you can explore frameworks. That's what I would do, at least. No web dev got job in automation suggestion. I have no idea what you're trying to say. Like, do you want to get some automation job, then automation testing, maybe Cypress or something? I don't know. I didn't got that properly. Sorry. Ajit says, how to pass coding round? I'm not good in DSA. Get better in DSA. See, DSA and data structures and computer coding is like probably the biggest hurdle that you have to face. Like, the work that you do in the company, that development role and all of that are much more, like, not much more, but comparatively a little bit easier than what you face in the interview. But I would say that go get better in DSA. You won't be getting better in just one day or 1 week or a month. It's a long journey, 2-3 months. And then you're going to get that. I do have a course in case you want to check them out. That's also nice, but there are a lot of other resources too. Okay, there is another super chat. Let's bring that up. It says, career tips after React.js dev in small product company. Explore your dimension of React, and if you are just got up here, don't try to explore too much into Angular or other world. Stay in the React world for a while. That's all I can say for you. Okay, there is a super chat which I am missing. It's somewhere here. I need to bring that up. Okay, where is that super chat? There it is. Okay, it was the same one, so got to pop up a little bit late. Again, this is like really most confusing question. Sorry, I couldn't help you much. Okay, moving on to the question. Make video on Kubernetes, Jenkins, DevOps kind of a stuff. Yes, that is planned up, but that is a little bit late in the queue. Right now, there is something in the queue which needs to finish up first, and I'm trying to do that. And after that, definitely DevOps is in the list. I'm already working on the DevOps, like Docker. I've already got a series on that. Terraform, not Terraform, Ansible. We have a whole list of dedicated tutorial on our blog, free available. And we are also already pushing up articles on Kubernetes as well. So that is also under construction. We're working on that already. And AWS, we have already gone through with a massive course on that. Okay, how to say no if we have already accepted offer letter? Talk to the guys and explain the reason if it is valid. Like, nobody can force you if you don't want to work. That's as simple. So, but I think it would not be professional on your side that you have accepted it and now you're saying no. Probably you got some other offer with more money, but hey, who's judging? It is okay. Okay. Uh, I have come to army training. Okay, nice. I think I'll be able to continue my programming studies here. Thank you for your motivation. Yes, you can actually continue. It's not like I know you have a lot of responsibilities as army training, but I think if your interest is there, you can serve your country or India, wherever you are serving. I don't remember that. So yeah, but again, you can learn it on the go. So Kunal says, LCO blog is something I'm binge reading. Rakesh Jain is killing on the Kubernetes. I'll definitely send this piece to Rakesh. He always gets super excited when somebody message him, drop an email, appreciate that. He is like super. He is a big guy, by the way. It is very difficult to convince him to write another article. Busy guy. He manages like what 600, 700 instance of machines on different cloud, and he's pro in that. So he's really, really pro. Okay. Uh, can you please make JS regex tutorial, Hitesh? Nice, but I would love to, but nobody's going to watch them, so it's going to get 10 views or 20 views. But that's a nice topic. I would love to do that someday. Probably next year, not this year. This year is already packed up with all the things that needs to be lined up. So yeah. Okay, someone says, how to make such a flow in English speaking as you? Practice, my friend, practice. I got an early advantage on that. I talked to a lot of client in US, in UK, in Australia, in New Zealand, in France, in Germany. These are regular clients that we have, and all of them want me to speak English without heavy Indian accent or American accent or British accent. They just want to be able to understand my English, and that's why my focus is always on clearly speaking the words without having the tone of Rajasthan getting into it, without getting the tone of Punjab getting in between, or without getting the tone of British into it. So having the clear accent, it took me a lot of time. A lot of people make mockery of that as well, but as long as I'm getting paid from those clients, they are happy with my conversation, I'm able to crack down the projects. I give a less F about any of that. It's making me money and I'm all happy with that. Okay, yeah, I saw that under display camera. Phones are not that much exciting now. I really like the Samsung's new foldable flip. I probably will try that out in some store, and if I like it, I'll get it. But phones are not really that much exciting now. Like it's the same decent camera and stuff, and it's on to a peak level. So now saying that I'm interested and super excited about the new model and phone, it's not there now. Or probably I'm too old. I don't know. Is DevOps engineer person saturated after 4 or 5 years? Please tell you nothing is saturated, my friend. People are still getting hired for HTML and CSS writing, so nothing is getting saturated. DevOps, you haven't seen it. It hasn't yet started. Even people are not even aware of Docker. And here's my prediction for that. Remember, very soon, probably in the next 2 or 3 years, you'll be seeing a lot of tutorial, not just covering how to set up the environment in Mac and Windows and Linux, but also how to do that the Docker way. Very soon, this will be a normal thing into this. And I always say that do learn Docker. I do have a free series on YouTube as well. I have a course on that as well. Try to get yourself friendly as possible in the Docker area. You'll thank me later for this because the development is moving towards the Docker. It is still same, your Node, your Ruby, your Python, Java, whatever you're writing, it is the same, but it is being developed inside the Docker environment. This is what I'm trying to say. So yeah. Sir, camera suggestion for YouTube. EOS R3 is coming up. If budget is not an issue, if budget is an issue, then you already are limited with the options. So why are you thinking so much? Just get any and start making videos. So yeah, options, you need to take care about what options I have. When you have surplus amount of money, then you are looking, this is also affordable for me. This is also affordable for me. When budget is the constraint, just get the best what you can get and stop worrying about it. Okay, any course or videos on Android stuff? Kindly answer, sir. Also, views on Kotlin and Compose ascending 22nd time. I refuse to believe that you are just updating the number every single time, but you might be. No offense. Android has changed a lot now, and they have rolled out the half-cooked stuff and all of that. It's in a messy situation, right? It's a hot mess right now. So I think if you're planning to learn Android, give it a few months more. It is becoming more stable and things are getting better, but right now it's a hot mess. In the meantime, try to explore something on the backend side or something more on the design or something. Right now, moving into Android is not good, at least for the next 2-3 months. It is a hot mess. Okay, it's almost 1 hour. I didn't realize that. Okay, I start learning Angular from Lco. What to next to get decent job, and which website or JS for JS deep learning? I think if you are already into the Angular, then learn something on the backend. Probably you can go for my MERN course and pull out that backend stuff and try to inject that in the Angular so that you can have your own Maven course, MERN Express, Angular, and Node. So that kind of a thing. Or try to learn Mongo or MySQL. That should be your priority to learn, at least as of now. Okay, a couple of more questions. Okay, which one to pick up? There's a thanks. I always appreciate that. Any series on .NET World? I would love to. I would love to make one series on .NET very, very soon, because this is the one thing I hated during my college time. But now this is so good to write code, and right out of the box, it does so much for you. Okay, courses on projects like Spotify, Netflix. See, making a basic Spotify or basic Netflix is easy. I can name that, just upload a video and pull that video into a React player or a React Native player and calling it as a day for a Netflix app. Yeah, surely it can be done, but it would not be a true Netflix. It will not be that much polished. So calling them as a Netflix, I don't think so. It's a justice. It may look like Netflix. It may just upload a video and you'll be able to watch it. That's the core functionality, and it's a justice to say it as Netflix clone. But I think calling it as just a video website would be a more better thing to do. I'm not sure. Manish Daga says, speak Marwadi, please. Come on, don't do that. Abdul says, pick me. For what? Pick you for what? Come on, man. Funny. Okay, Neeraj says, got a job offer after completing course from Lco and able to crack job quickly. Thanks, Lco. Miss life from 6 months. Hey, no worries. If you are able to watch it now, it's good, and congratulations. And no big issue. I'm here. Even if you subscribe to the channel, don't subscribe, watch live, not watch live, watch it later. It's all fine. Chill out, relax. I've stopped. Like, to be honest, after 100, like crossing 100K, it was all exciting till 100K about checking. I used to check daily what's my numbers, are they up or not. After 100K, something happened. I was not that much worried. Still, I try to keep checking the numbers till like 200,000 or 300,000, but I don't remember checking my studio for the numbers after like 300,000. I've never checked it, like what's my current subscriber. If you'll ask me right now, I say it's above 600,000, but I don't exactly remember it. Most of the YouTubers remember it. They love to see the numbers. I'm not into that. I'm moreover checking the comments or having messages on Instagram. That is much more fun for me. Okay, Surendra says, because of your MERN and other wonderful courses in Lco, a student with backlog to 6.A, job holder in MNC. Thank you, sir. So a big cheers. A big cheers. With a backlog 6.A, pretty good. And I'm pretty sure if you are going to keep on learning with these courses and other courses too, uh, you'll be able to change the numbers from 6.8. You'll be very soon on 8.6. I'm sure of it. Uh, any pro tips for the interview? Be yourself, and your foundation always are valued. Surely your ability to have the data structure, the competitive programming, and the core foundation is always great. But I think somehow the core foundation of being able to solve problem, even though that approach might not be correct or might not be the best optimized one, but if somehow you are able to get into the line of how I can solve it this way, that is always valued and appreciated. If you are able to solve it the most optimized way, of course, kudos to you. But I have always valued all the interviews that I've taken that sometimes I give a problem to the person, and that's a competitive programming, of course, problem, a custom designed, of course. But sometimes people are not able to solve it into the best way. Some are just stuck and trying to find out the best way. And on the other hand, another person who is able to just solve it somehow, I always get preference because that guy is able to come up with a solution. I don't really care if it is the best or optimized or not. The first priority for me is he was able to say something, he was able to put out a solution, and now he's trying to devise that solution for the best. That's how the real world development goes in. And I always appreciate that. So all the interviews where you find me as interviewer, which is quite common. I'm not just there in the photos of tons of ads that you see on Instagram and stuff. I'm into interviews also. So yeah. Any reason why you don't like blockchain? No, I never said I don't like blockchain. I said I'm not interested in blockchain yet. The simple reason is I haven't seen an effective implementation of blockchain which gets me excited that, wow, this is something that I would love to have it. Like for the cloud, I get excited because just sitting, having a laptop, I can handle the traffic of 300,000 people from this laptop. This is crazy. This is something which excites me. But I haven't seen any such example from the blockchain which excites me. It's a good tech. It's nice. I have a lot of discussion with Naveen from Lco about the blockchains and what he's doing next and all that. I keep an eye. That's kind of in me. I love to keep an eye on the tech. But it hasn't excited me yet. Any company, any possible solution, anything, something that is like cool. I haven't seen that yet. And that is the reason I'm not excited about it. I never said I don't like it. Come on, don't try to become the 9 p.m. Circus on the TV where people just shove on the words in their mouth. Don't do that. This is not a 9 p.m. circus on TV. This is our life, programmers chilling out. Okay, how are you so cool always? Haven't seen you tired or stressed. I have made peace with life, to be honest. Like, honestly saying, there is nothing much for which I should get stressed. If I get stressed, I don't upload any video on YouTube. I just take rest and I do work out. And to be honest, I have a lot of properties, a lot of stock investment, a lot of businesses apart from Learn Code Online. Also, they are doing fine. And I think there is no reason to be stressed now. If there is any reason to get stressed, I shut off that reason. Like sometimes YouTube comments and everything try to get under my skin. I just don't check them. I just uninstall the entire studio app. I don't upload a single video on YouTube for the 2 weeks straight, and I don't get stressed about it. So if I don't want to do it, I just don't do it. There's no point of getting stressed. Like, chill out, relax, man. You're not getting a job. Getting in stress is not gonna get you a job. So rather be happy and smile. Probably that might give you a job. I know some of you having money issues. Some of you might be having loan issues, family issues. Everybody has it. I also have that. But there is no point of getting stressed with that. So make a peace with life. So yeah, a big shout out for asking this. Very personal. And I appreciate that. Your last hangout time. I don't hang out. I don't see a meaning in hangout. I spend quality time with my friends. That's what I do. There's no such hangout thing. Usually it is in my studio. No, none of my friend knocks at my door. They are like from school time, so they don't prefer to knock. They just come here, open the fridge, get some bottle or something, like Coke or something, whatever is there, and we just hang out and stuff like that. Are you married? Not yet. And I'm chilling out, Huxley single. Still. Okay. When do you wake up for programming? No, I don't wake up for programming. I wake up for life. So it's not a ideal time. Sometimes I get up like 1 o'clock in the day. Sometimes I get up like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's always shaky for me. You should be a motivational speaker too. No, I'm not. I'm just giving you slight doses of reality. I'm not a motivational speaker, I'm a reality speaker, and sometimes people get motivation from reality. That's what I do. Ah, nice. Have you planned of system design course on LCO? Uh, based, I wouldn't give you exact answer for this, but I would say if I have a course on JavaScript, on React, on Angular, on data structure in 3 languages, a dedicated course on interview preparation, you get the point. You get the point. Okay. What's the best way to learn anything, any new thing faster? Build stuff. I think that has helped me a lot. Like building the basic stuff, like looping out a few things, writing functions for a few stuff, making to-dos app without the database, making to-dos app with database, and then doing some manipulation. That is the fastest way of learning the new stuff. Stream with Ben Award or Jeff. Jeff, I haven't messaged yet, but Ben, I got in touch with him on Instagram. He said, yeah, we will do that. On his earlier startup, then it got crashed. So I'll ping again to Ben. I actually went forward and messaged to all these guys like Ben, Telusco, my Sergi, Java Brains. I messaged myself and said hello and asked them to come on the live. And that's why you saw all of them live. I messaged Harry also, Code with Harry, but seems like he's a little bit busy. So I bothered him like 2-3 times. Then I stopped. I'm pretty sure that he is a bit busy. But whenever he'll get free, I'll try to bring him up online. We'll ask some questions and have some fun, chill out. Uh, Bring Sony Sangha someday on Saturday Live. Sure, but I need to take away his coffee. He's too over energetic, so I need to take away his coffee on early day, and then I'll bring him on a Saturday Live. That would be fun. And I'm pretty sure that would be a fun live. Having these live sessions with the like-minded people is always a great idea. You understand a lot of things, you learn a lot of things, lots of perspectives are being exchanged. It's always fun. Okay, so how can we start in property dealing? I have no idea. I have never done that. I've only bought, so I've never sold any property. So I have no idea how to deal with that. Sir, please answer this. Hi, I really need to know this. Please explain a custom backend for Flutter. There is no such thing as custom backend or specialized backend for Flutter. It's just your regular backend, which you build for the MERN or mean stack. It is just being consumed on a mobile app. That's it. So all your regular routes and route protections and the APIs and all of that, they are being designed in the same manner. They are just being consumed on a mobile platform. Should we move to Next.js after learning React.js? I would say, yeah, actually, because a lot of projects these days are being built up either on Gatsby or Neact or Next. What is Neact? on the Next. Come on the Next.js or Gatsby.js. In the Gatsby, it is a little bit more easier for styling and adding plugins. Next.js, it is much more easier for routing. Like routing is same for both of them, but a little bit more on the server-side rendering stuff. So that is all of that. Call Gaurav Sen. Yeah, that is nice. I should actually bring up Gaurav someday. By the way, nice content by Gaurav. You should also watch his content too. He's doing a live. Okay, so it's been quite a long since I didn't catch up live in the last Saturday. That's why I'm trying to answer as much as I can. Manish says, I'm so much happy that you answered my question. Hey, my pleasure. My pleasure to answer your question. Okay, so I guess that's all we'll be taking up. uh, uh, Boom, it says, Hitesh, try to say nah. I was trying to say next, but yeah. Big fumble there. If it would be video, I would have chopped it off, but it is live, so I cannot do that. uh, nice. Okay, I guess that's all we'll be taking for today's live. And I guess that's it. So thank you so much. I truly appreciate for all of you for showing up here. In case you haven't subscribed, go ahead, try to hit that subscribe. If not, that's cool too. We can still be friends and you can still enjoy all the content. And that's all what we'll be doing for today. Thank you so much for showing up. Make sure you do hit a little bit of exercise and also keep on smiling. Smile is the most important thing in the entirety of the code that you write. So do it with a smile and take care of yourself. And that's pretty much it. Bye-bye and have a great day.